Hello there. British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak has caved in ahead of a vote on an online security law given into pressure from rebels within his own ranks. According to information from the British news agency PA, his Culture Minister Michelle Donnellan agreed on a deal that is intended to tighten the law. That's what the agency reported on Tuesday. Without the concessions, Sunak reportedly faced defeat in the House of Commons. Doesn't show a strong prime minister. Southampton-born Sunak faces the difficult task of unifying the deeply divided Conservative Tory party following a surprise rise to the helm after Liz Truss's short tenure ended. The right wing had already put pressure on him in previous decisions. Should the law come into force in its more stringent form, bosses of social media companies will face harsh penalties, including imprisonment, if they fail to protect children from harmful content on their platforms. That was reported by The Telegraph after the Sunak government reached an agreement with the rebels. Accordingly, employees of online services could be personally liable if they do not adequately protect the safety of children on the internet. That would put online services like Wikipedia, which rely on volunteers, under pressure. The proposed law, which has been under discussion for some time now, is intended to protect internet users from harmful and illegal content on the internet. Among other things, it contains provisions similar to EU chat control and could undermine encryption in the UK. It also prescribes monitoring obligations for online services. They would then have to actively look out for potentially harmful content themselves. Managers could face up to 2 years in prison if they violate the law. So far, only sensitive fines of up to 10% of the annual company turnover were planned. Former Home Secretary Priti Patel is one of the people behind the move, and Acting Secretary of Culture Michelle Donnellan has already indicated that she was willing to talk. Doing so would restrict freedom of expression. That's what the Wikimedia Foundation's Rebecca McKinnon warned the BBC. The harsh regulations would not only affect large companies, but also network projects that are primarily carried out by volunteers. It would force the foundation to abandon its community approach and proactively take down content, is what McKinnon said. The online encyclopedia Wikipedia is filled by volunteers in dozens of languages, and moderation decisions are also made decentrally by the community. Among the countless entries are articles on sexuality, drugs, or suicide. Some, such as the responsible regulatory authority Ofcom, could evaluate such content as harmful to children. Approaches such as the Online Safety Bill primarily focus on centralized services such as Facebook or Instagram, says McKinnon. In her opinion, the British government should rather follow the EU's Digital Services Act, which provides exceptions to the rules for non-commercial providers such as Wikipedia. The planned age control could also be problematic. This could force Wikipedia to collect data from users that the project does not want. Such data could potentially be requested by governments or hacked by criminals. That is what McKinnon warns. In Russia, for example, the entry about the Russian war of aggression against Ukraine is illegal. That could arouse the desires of Russian authorities, who are already wide awake. Ultimately, the regulation puts all of us at risk, including children, says McKinnon. With the messenger provider WhatsApp, a large online service has already threatened to withdraw from Great Britain. The bill would force the service to lower its security standards. However, the company is not ready for this and would rather block 40 million users in the United Kingdom. That's what a WhatsApp manager said in December. The Online Safety Bill is currently in its third reading in the British House of Commons, and the changes are to be voted on this week. The bill then goes to the House of Lords. And losing WhatsApp, the European bill has some points I'm criticizing as well. So don't get on me, I'm just only criticizing them. But if this is we always say this was knitted with a hot needle. It's a German proverb, and because they wanted it too fast, they want too much, and they have overlooked a lot of things in this. And this doesn't only count for the Tory government. As far as I know, Labour is for this stricter rule as well. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I heard here in Germany, that Labour is supporting this. And this could really fire back, because you can talk about what you want. There are other options, and but most people are using WhatsApp. And the people in Britain will be even more angry at their government if a decision they made will cause WhatsApp to kick out all those users. So you have to think about laws carefully. And if making a law, and we're talking about the Rwanda stuff and a lot of other bills there that are forced by the ERG and that kind, this is not a strong government, Mr. Sunak. And I'll see you in my next video. I'll be back.